Do you love cookies but think you have to give them up because you have diabetes? Then think again, because I am revealing 15 delicious Christmas cookies for diabetes that won't spike your blood sugar, and all are 100% dietitian approved. So stay tuned. Hi, Erin here with Healthy Mom, Happy Family, your go-to dietitian for practical tips and delicious recipes that help you manage diabetes while still enjoying the foods that you love. So today I wanted to talk about getting ready for the holidays, because I don't know about you, but when the holidays roll around, I tend to have two things on my mind: finding the perfect present for everyone on my list and cookies, because who doesn't love a warm, delicious Christmas cookie? But what if you have diabetes? Does that mean you can't enjoy a Christmas cookie? Absolutely not. And to prove it, I have rounded up 15 of the most delicious dietitian approved Christmas cookies for people with diabetes. You are going to love this list. These blood sugar friendly options replace added sugars with the natural sweetness of fruit and a boost of protein and fiber and good fats, so that you are getting a delicious treat that tastes and looks just like the real thing, but it keeps your blood sugar in check. So are you ready to see these recipes? Let's dive in. Okay, so whether you are looking for a keto sugar cookie, a low carb chocolate chip cookie, or a simple shortbread cookie that won't spike your blood sugar, I have something for you, because these dietitian approved recipes have you covered for every type of Christmas cookie that you love. And the best part is that every cookie on this list contains less than 15 grams of carbohydrate and has little to no added sugar, and is well balanced with protein, fat, and fiber, so that you won't have to worry about your blood sugar spiking when you're eating what you really love. So these are 15 incredibly delicious dietitian approved Christmas cookies for people with diabetes, and here's the list right now. All right, so first let's look at these keto sugar cookies, which are made with an ingredient that's probably gonna surprise you: avocado. That's right, when I made this recipe, I used avocado to replace the butter to get the same flavor and texture that you love from a traditional sugar cookie recipe, but with less saturated fat and more fiber. And each cookie only has 6 grams of carbohydrate, which really is only 3 grams of net carb. Plus you have the fiber from the avocado and the good fat. So what I love about these cookies is they are good for blood sugar, but you can also roll them out. You can cut them just like a traditional sugar cookie. You can decorate them. So I think you are gonna love, love, love these cookies, and the recipe is linked below. Now, another one that I love at the holiday time are these peanut butter sugar-free cookies. These are so good. What you will find with these is they have no flour, they have no sugar added to them because they're made with the sweetener erythritol. And so you're getting the same amazing taste and flavor as a traditional peanut butter cookie, but you're only getting 2 grams of net carb. And what I love about these two is they are incredibly simple to make. There's just a few ingredients, you mix them together, put them on the pan, and they are ready to go. Couldn't be easier. As I mentioned below, every recipe I'm mentioning here, the links are below, so you can go find that recipe, print it out, make it for your friends and family. All right, so let's look at these almond flour shortbread cookies. Now, these are a great option if you want a sweet treat, but you want to really stay on top of your wellness goals, and you want that classic kind of buttery shortbread taste without all of the saturated fat. So with this cookie, you're only getting 4 grams of carbohydrate per serving, so significantly lower than a traditional shortbread cookie. And you're also getting fiber and protein and healthy fats because you're using almond flour and coconut oil. Now, what I love with these is you can incorporate more protein too by using toppings like chopped pistachios and Greek yogurt as icing. So you get this cookie that looks and tastes amazing, but is much more balanced for blood sugar. Now, M&M Christmas cookies are one of my favorites. I just love the colors, the red and the green, and they're just so delicious, but usually they're not great for blood sugar. These M&M Christmas cookies are a little bit different because they are more nutrient dense. They're using oats, they're using peanut butter, and that combination is gonna add fiber and protein and healthy fats to keep your blood sugar balanced. And they only have 10 grams of net carb per cookie, and they're much more filling than a traditional cookie. So eating one is very satisfying, and you feel really content after one. So it's not like a traditional cookie, you eat one and want many more. All right, now these are my low sugar chocolate chip cookies, and I really love these because instead of adding a ton of added sugar to them, I actually swap it out and use pureed fruit, use pureed prunes. And this is a no sugar added dry fruit. It adds a lot of moisture, so the cookie is really soft and really chewy, but has less impact on your blood sugar. It's also lower in calories too. You get more fiber, so it's more filling. Delicious option if you are really someone who loves that traditional chocolate chip cookie. Now these healthy thumbprint cookies are really fun around this holiday time, and they're really great if you are looking for a replacement for your traditional shortbread cookie. So with these cookies, you are getting a recipe that is made with a combination of whole wheat pastry flour and almond flour. So you're getting a lot more protein and you're getting a lot more fiber. The cookie is still really moist, but it's going to be much more blood sugar balanced. And so you can use, instead of the traditional jelly that would go in a thumbprint cookie, you can use a chia seed jam or a sugar-free jam, and that way you get the exact same taste, but significantly less carbohydrate and less impact on blood sugar. Now these next cookies, I call them my banana chocolate chip breakfast cookies because they are so nutritious you can eat them for breakfast. And basically, instead of using added sugar, I use pureed banana, and I use that to give a punch of nutrition, but still give you all that same sweetness that you would get from added sugar without any added sugar in this recipe. What's great about this is that you are getting more fiber from the oat flour, you're getting the nutrients and the fiber from the fruit, and you're getting a lot of resistant starch. Now, what I love about resistant starch is it's not broken down in the small intestine like other carbohydrate, so it results in a slower rise in blood sugar, and it's actually incredibly beneficial for your gut health, which can play a large role in managing blood sugar as well. Now this is another version of peanut butter cookies. I mentioned the other ones before that I love to make, and this is another one that's using peanut butter and maple syrup. So these have no flour at all. They actually have only 2 ingredients, and you're using maple syrup here as opposed to the other peanut butter cookie recipe that used erythritol. So these do have a bit of sugar in them from the maple syrup, but not quite as much as your traditional cookie. But if you were looking for a totally sugar-free, you can also use the erythritol that's in the other peanut butter cookie recipe. So I wanted to give you both options here. You can also use the same recipe, but use something like monk fruit sweetener instead if you preferred a different sweetener. The only thing you want to look at then is the maple syrup does add some texture to this recipe versus a monk fruit, which is a little bit more powdery. So keep that in mind if you're playing around with the recipes. Now these almond flour cookies are delicious as well. And the thing to remember, you'll notice in a trend in a lot of these recipes is we're using almond flour because almond flour is higher in protein, fewer carbohydrate than traditional flours. So that is where you're going to see it be a much more blood sugar friendly option. Now with these cookies, you don't use any butter at all. There's no refined sugar, so they're lower in saturated fat and they're lower in sugar and carbohydrate than your traditional cookie. So a much healthier option, but still satisfies your sweet tooth. Now these honey flax sweet potato cookies are absolutely delicious. I feel like they pull in all the flavors of the season, and it's a really fun way to incorporate more sweet potato into your diet too. So this recipe uses sweet potato, whole wheat flour, oats, flax cereal. It's a really nutritious and dense cookie. So it's a delicious option, not just as a dessert, but kind of anytime during the day. If you want a lower sugar cookie, you want to get more fiber in the diet, more vitamin A, this is a really, really great option. All right, now let's look at these 4 ingredient oatmeal cookies. I love oatmeal cookies. I don't know, something about them says holiday time to me. And what I really love is when they don't incorporate a lot of ingredients. So these only take 4 ingredients to make. The main ingredient being the oats, and it's incorporating bananas as well. So you're getting a lot of fiber between both the bananas and the oats, and that is going to help slow down how quickly the carbohydrates in these cookies are converted into sugar. They only have 8 grams of net carb because in the cookie, and they're also using peanut butter as a way to keep it sweet and give it nice texture. So not only is it lower in carbohydrate, but you're also getting the benefit of the protein from the peanut butter, which is going to further slow down the blood sugar and keep your blood sugar nice and steady after enjoying them. Now these chocolate hazelnut cookies are great, especially if you love hazelnut this time of year. You know, a lot of people are looking for that kind of hazelnut flavor. So you might expect, you look at these and think, oh my gosh, this is off limits. It's got hazelnut, it's got a cookie, but these are actually rich in protein. You're getting 9 grams of protein, 3 grams of carbohydrate per cookie, and there's no added sugar. So it's incredibly friendly for blood sugar, and it's also going to be very, very filling. Now these soft vegan lemon cookies are also a delicious option, especially if you want something a little bit more tart and tangy or lighter, and they are vegan, so they really work for any diet, any lifestyle around the holiday time. These are delicious, and again, they're lower in carb because they're made with almond flour, so they're also naturally gluten-free. So between being vegan, gluten-free, low carb, they really work for anybody. And you have the healthy fats, you have the fiber in these cookies, so they're gonna keep blood sugar balanced, but they're also gonna be really filling as well. And each cookie only has 7 grams of carbs. So very low carbohydrate as far as the cookie goes. You wouldn't want to eat 3 or 4 of them, but 1 or 2 with a meal is going to still keep your blood sugar nice and balanced. Now these grain-free walnut chocolate chip cookies are also delicious. They are, again, flourless cookies. They kind of melt in your mouth, and they only have 8 grams of carbohydrate per serving. Terrific option for not only keeping blood sugar balanced, but they are also gluten-free if you're trying to, serve something that's gluten-free for your guests this holiday season. And you have the combination of the protein, the fiber. It makes a really nice, satisfying, and filling cookie. Now, these black bean chocolate peppermint cookies are amazingly delicious. You would never realize there's beans in there, but the addition of the black beans really plays a large role in keeping blood sugar stable because of all the fiber, and they actually keep the cookies really moist and chewy as well. So it's great for the texture. It also gives a nice color. You get the black cookie with the peppermint on top, so it really looks fun for the holiday season, and you know that the combination of protein and fat and fiber in these cookies is going to keep your blood sugar nice and steady. So there you have it. That is my list of 15 cookies that work for people with diabetes at Christmas time. These cookies are delicious. And as you can see, even if you have diabetes, there are so many ways that you can still enjoy cookies during this holiday season in a more nutritious way. Now on this list, there is something really for everyone, whether you want no sugar added, you want no sugar at all, you want low carb, you want high fiber, gluten-free, vegan. This list has you covered. I am linking to the list below so you can see all of the recipes. You can go print them off, cook them with your friends and family, but I know there's going to be at least one, probably 12 to 14 cookies on this list that you are going to love. I know I find them all incredibly delicious. So check them out. Let me know in the comments below, which of these Christmas cookies for diabetes do you love the most? And if you have a recipe that works really well for your blood sugar, that would be great for the holidays, share it in the comments below. I would love to check it out too. So if you found this video helpful, I would love if you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss new tips, tricks, and recipes. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time.